Good morning. Is it good?
No.
Maybe.
It's on.
Oh, for a moment. It's on. It's on. It's.
Yeah.
When one hears you are that, it is like the very known example. You are the ocean. You are the ocean. Don't confuse yourself only with waves. Is there any ocean possible without waves? Because even when there is no waves, it's a description of the ocean. So you can relate that to your experiences in life. When you've not seen that you are the ocean, which means everything. It means the water and the expression of the water. When you have not seen that, of course you confuse yourself with waves, which means time. They rise, they have a span of life, they disappear. They have differences in qualities, in look. And one believes that the truth is no waves. Again, you can describe it's flat by comparison with waves. So, I am that means I am the water. There is no more separation between expression and its substance. It doesn't mean that the surfer will not experience the different waves. But it will not make rise the question, but who am I? From what is a wave and all that. So it's just to insist that it has to be a sudden, here the words are not invented. The one who is expressed is realization that the separations are made only by the mind. And it will continue by the mind when the mind appears. But it doesn't mean that it makes rise the doubt of who am I. And that's very precious. So, I can just wish that you are struck by this. Vodka. Maybe you need some vodka. It's up to you now. That's why there is this description as a paradox. There is no waves. Of course, if you speak under the water, there is no waves. And when you went where you always have been, there is no waves. And yet, there are waves. But the feeling of separation is not there. But there are waves. No waves when I disappear. Still, it's a wave. I'm happy to hear you. Yeah. There is a mic somewhere. There is a...
Good morning.
Good morning.
What you spoke to just now sounded like what I had a question about. You mentioned the other day, I think you were talking about Papaji, your teacher, that he was like, I think you said something like,
I don't hear well.
you can hear?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, sure.
What you just spoke to just now,
Yeah.
it was something I had a question about, and I
Okay.
don't know if it's the same, but the last time I was here, I think you spoke something about, I think you said, I think it was about Papaji, your teacher, that he was in the experience of, like his personality was still going through the, I think you used the words good and bad or something, I couldn't quite remember like expressions, but there was a peace and a freedom that was always there, and I had wanted you to, that was like consistent no matter what his personality was doing. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's, that sound is a bit, yeah, I hear, yeah. So, what's the question?
I wanted you to, if you don't mind expanding on that a little bit, because I wanted to understand it more fully or experience.
Okay, it's exactly like I spoke about now, you see.
Yeah, that's what I wanted, if it was similar.
It's very similar, because if we speak of personality, we speak of the waves, isn't it? The waves. Okay, it rises, it has its play, it has its form and shapes and whatnot. But once you know you are the ocean, waves are included. But you see the difference between describing or believing or identifying with a wave only is that you make a difference, you suffer because you feel there is something missing. And it makes rise a search how to fulfill the what's missing. What is missing? Do you understand?
Yeah, yeah. So the personality still goes through, even in an awakened state, the personality is still actively I guess that's the question I have is,
You know, it's a paradox, that's what I say.
that's
If
the
you
part that I'm-
speak about, because it's easy, I am that, and then everybody understand, oh, I am only, the quite deep ocean. But in fact, I am that includes everything, and this the mind cannot comprehend much, because if you include everything, the waves are turbulent and they trouble. While when you are in the deep ocean, you can rest, isn't it? So, I am that is not understandable. You can have experiences finally, after so much trouble, playing only on waves. I dip in the ocean and I see that there is nothing there. But you see, what do you do with waves then when they come back? They are just the same. So when they come back, you have really see, I am that water. There is nothing which rises as a doubt. Oh, but then I am again a wave, or a wave is different than the ocean. This doesn't rise. If it rises, it means you may have had an experience of there is nothing here, I am that in fact. But then you don't leave the wave. You go back to the wave, going back to your previous mind with beliefs. Because if you still are believing your mind, even one belief, everything will be the experience of someone. So, impossible to comprehend the real thing. I don't know if I'm clear. I'm clear for
very,
myself.
very clear, very clear. I guess what I'm wondering is how it's experienced. In some ways, I guess I'm wondering how it's experienced from the outside, looking to someone who's an awakened personality.
You cannot see.
You cannot see.
You cannot see. What will make you trust is your own thirst to be free, let's say, to be freed from beliefs. And that has a smell that, oh, maybe I can trust this indication from that wave, It's not sin. That's what I say. It will not be more saintly. It will not be more whatever one ideal of human ideal is there.
That's what I thought you meant. Okay, great. That answers my question. The mic goes in and out, so I got that.
So
Thank you.
your question is what?
No, that answers my question.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Please.
Thank you. I'm very grateful for this. I'm really grateful to you for this. Thank you so much.
Yeah. The mic is good. Right?
Hello.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Can you use the word love to compare to ocean?
If you like, I don't mind at all. It is used. Love, unconditional love, to make sure that you don't speak of relationship. Unconditional joy, to make sure it is not caused by a cause. And bliss, love, and knowledge, to make sure that it is not memory, learning. You can use any word you like. The only risk when you use often the same word because you find it's the best description you can make, then it becomes a teaching, it becomes conceptual. You see? So You are not bound by a way of description. Don't be bound by a way of description. Unless you like it, of course. Did you come with a question, what Carmen?
Not really.
No.
I thought if we can exchange the water with vodka.
I don't see any
I
water
dropped
there.
this thought.
But you came, no? It was to... Why did you come?
Why did I come? To meet her.
Ah, that's a good reason. And she said, if you want to meet me, you have to come to Satsang. Better you drink real vodka, I tell you.
Okay, I take you advice.
Yeah.
I drink it with her.
Maybe she's vodka herself. Okay.
Okay. So, do you have any advice to how to not identify anymore with the wave, and how to become more and more the whole, the ocean, love, whatever?
Yes. I will not advise not to become less identified, because it will be an impossibility that it's always like that. But I can tell you that if you don't listen to your mind, for really not listen to the commands of your mind for a split second, you may be struck by the ocean as water. So don't be too busy not to be identified. You will not be successful. And it's not in the appearance, as I say, it will never stay all the time the same. So it's not worth to work on that. Have the thirst to be freed from that belief.
I didn't get the last one.
Have the thirst, the fire, to wish to be freed from beliefs. That one included.
So it's all about the intention. I just set the intention and then it comes without working for it, yeah?
Intention is too weak.
Okay, so the thirst for it.
A real thirst, yeah. But you see, you have also to hear. You don't even need thirst because you are it already. It is only your ideas, the mind which tries to figure out everything, which veils it. Looks like veiling it. Looks like, yeah.
So it's for me it's really hard to grasp. You know, it's
What you thought to grasp.
Yeah, I mean, this is like the whole concept is understandable, but
You
how
mean
to
the concept of freedom? Or which
yeah,
concept?
but how to get there? I mean,
When you don't go to how, and you think it's nothing, you need tremendous efforts not to catch how, because how is the gate to the mind, and you are used to function only with the mind.
Yeah, of course. So what?
That's a good smile.
I guess I have a feeling how to get there. But it's very subtle and
Yeah, you have feelings, sure, more and more subtle, probably, but don't give any attention to it, because it will not be a feeling.
okay, no attention to the mind, no attention to feelings.
Aha! But a split second.
Uh-huh.
A split second. Can you not give it in your life?
Probably, but I'm afraid I will miss the split second. You know.
Oh, if you follow your thought, probably I will miss it, you are missing it.
Yeah.
Aha! It's always available. Always available means just now, when you are not in your mind, when you don't expect something from the mind. The mind will not solve the problem. That's why the direction is don't listen to your mind.
So if I don't listen to the mind, I don't listen to the feelings.
Same. You know, because a thought, which we call mind, or a feeling, is a rising movement. It's the same. It's just differently appearing. Appearing differently.
I have a strong mind and strong feelings, so and they are very present, you know. I thought observing the mind, observing the feelings, helps me to understand me better, how this body functions, yeah. And probably I should just continue and be very aware to not miss the split second.
But if you are very attentive to what you do in your mind, you are missing the split second. It's a choice, or you are busy with your personality, or you just want to see who you are without being busy with the personality. The personality will still appear, but it's no more a fascination.
So if we take the personality away, and then we get to the ocean, to the essence, and there everyone is the same?
Looks like. Because there is no one, so...
There's no what?
There is no one.
Ganga, today is my last day. I'm leaving tomorrow.
So, be quick.
Yes. Hence the question. I would like to say how grateful I am to be here. And I'm so grateful to you that I have my violin back. And I'm just very, very immensely grateful. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Gaia. Thank you 1,000 times. And I would like to say something else, is that I'm also I'm grateful to the Sangha to sit here and to feel how we are connected.
You speak of relations, you don't speak of what is.
I think I speak of energy,
Of relations.
yeah.
It's totally fine, but know that you speak of relations, which can be spoken of in different ways, from gross to subtle. Still, it creates circumstances, events. Yeah?
Yeah.
And violin. Thank you.
How do you see our vibrational state, our frequency?
I don't look at. I don't care.
Is that the connection between the wave and the ocean? So the expression and the source?
You know, if you start to speak of vibration, energy and all that, you speak, as I said, in a gross manner, so already like two people or something, or you go deeper in a more subtle way, you will speak of vibration or energy, okay? Which is in every rising person has all that. Now, if you are busy or suddenly you discover the energy or the vibration, it will give you another vision of life, probably another way to deal with the life. But it's still the creation. What about from where it could arise?
What about?
From where this could arise? Yeah. So generally that is forgotten. That's why when surgeons come to Satsang generally. So Satsang is to remind you that all those questions, even if they are genuine and not dramatic, they will be solved, including the dramatic ones, once you are struck by the fact that what we call the unknown or the emptiness is what you are without you. It's what is. And that's you. So you cannot objectify it because it's what is you. And all the rest then becomes clear, a game, a lila, a play, with its own dramas, okay, but still a play. So, what did you want to solve? What did you want to solve?
Just trying to understand how you see that. What's your perspective about it?
Okay.
I'm not trying to solve anything.
Okay, so I think I reply. I don't work with energies. I'm very happy to be freed from tools. As you all are. And when you need to use tools in the life, it doesn't make you deluded anymore. You know what is what, and that's all. That's enough. Yeah. You pass on like this.
Hello.
Hello.
I more or less understood how to spot the mind, not to trust the mind, even if it's come back and get lost in it. But I had kind of constant feelings, I have feelings.
Yeah, sure.
And the question is, and I cannot, I don't know how to spot the feeling in a way. I feel that I'm very identified with the feeling.
But you already described them, so you spot them.
Okay.
This is spotting, to see something.
Okay.
So who is spotting?
Okay.
And no answer will do. Great.
Thank you.
There is an answer, but it's not in the mind. That's what I say. No answer will do.
Not even in the heart.
You cannot spot it. If you start to describe, it's not it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because the feelings, they create kind of like an illusion,
Don't go there. Don't go there. We know that. Don't go there.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Ah, okay. So you see. Okay, great. Just to spot, maybe you understand more already. But don't forget who sees that. Because why to spot? It's just to be totally aware that you are always aware. You see, any understanding is unavoidable when you have investigations. So any understanding, but it makes you remain a student. The moment you see that it's not about that, you are free.
I have another question. It's not, maybe it's a bit mental. You were talking about the thirst for freedom. So what is keeping us or keeping me not thirsty?
The love to drink other things.
And these other things is
The world, the senses, the conceptualization, the feelings. You know, it's not a way of life what I tell you. I don't ask you to be such a detached yogi, but it's just to allow you that split second to be obvious to you.
I'm not really nervous to speak, but it's already boiling for 2 weeks. This, when you said about I am dead, and that
Yeah.
I told you I cannot speak like that as my own experience.
Experience. Yeah.
I really, well, I don't know what to say because I wish it so much to be
Yeah.
obvious for myself,
Yeah.
but also I know that I cannot trust any investigation of my mind towards it, so I'm still not knowing, or I can trust your words, but I feel just to trust someone is not enough to have it as my own reality.
There is nobody who tells you I am that. Nobody is there to tell you I am that. So you trust yourself only. You are right not to trust any object or feeling or senses. You are right. So does it touch any concept, object, feeling? I am that. Not at all, it's more direct than that. Don't make loops in your mind. You don't need trust. You just need... You don't need trust for that.
I just don't see that that's obviously what is true or what I am or what everything is. I cannot see it.
You can, I don't see it too.
I mean, not to see, but to... It feels still concept to me.
Yeah. Okay, if it is a concept, give it up. And you are that. You see, you make loops in your mind. When you say, for example, since I told you that, I am that, your mind start to doubt, I cannot trust and all that, because he has been investigating and he knows he cannot trust the mind, yeah?
No, I mean that I trust everything you say, so I also trust if you say that it must be true, but somehow I cannot.
I understand, because you listen to your doubts. May I trust it and all that. You listen to your doubts. You see, I am that. It's not like another concept which is given to, of course, you can make it a concept, because you can learn it, you can read it, you can, you know. But it can also be expressed in a different way. You can say it just once and it is enough. Oh, it's true, you cannot help to say I am that, or you can tell it in other ways, it's not the only way. And then you don't tell it again, you don't need, it's obvious to you. Now, why do you listen to your doubts?
I think because I want it to be obvious.
To be?
Obvious that this is...
Yeah, but you see, you have ideas about obviousness and all that. So, don't say I am that, just be that. Because you already are that, but you put images. You put, oh, I will feel, I don't know, this way, that way, it will be like this. Even if you learned, it will not be like that, but you still love a few concepts. In other words, you still feed your mind. So, don't worry about this sentence I said, you can forget it. But then see that every time you go into something, you feed your mind. And then, because of that, it will look like obviousness is not there. I don't know what to say more about that, you see. Tell something.
I just feel I still don't know what... The question never came, who am I, but there must, since this moment, that I really don't know. Like, I'm so frustrated that I don't know why is everyone saying like you are this, you are this, you are that, and I cannot confirm for myself
Yeah, but maybe it's wiser not to say him that.
But it doesn't matter what I said, but
Yeah.
it won't be clear.
But why you listen to your mind? I don't know. I also don't know. You will never know because you are it. You know, if you know something, it means you objectify already. So it's a wave. You see, there is a concept because when I say I don't know, for example, I try to see. When I say I don't know, I really don't care and I know I cannot know. If you say I don't know, maybe I don't know because I don't experience it, I don't feel it, I'm not worth for it. Who knows what is behind your I don't know?
I just feel that I am always here, and so it's a problem, maybe.
You feel you are always here,
Yes, but
but
personal
emotionally.
also, but yeah, just as a someone.
Someone will not be enlightened. I am not enlightened as somebody. Hmm? Whatever you describe of yourself is a wave. From where could you describe that? You don't go and search. You are it. From where? You are it. You don't want to objectify again, otherwise it becomes a wave. Hmm? What was happening now, for example?
No, my mind is making comments on something that
Yeah.
now is more silent.
We pass our life commenting, describing ourselves and all that, sure. So you can have moments of being freed from that. Otherwise, in the end, you cannot breathe, you suffer. Too much, too much. Hmm? So don't be fascinated with what you describe. Just remain where you always are, which allows you eventually to see by moments, but it's a fascination to always describe. But now you are aware, oh, I am describing, so you don't go much farther. But still you enter into the movement, okay? So, what is pointed out in Satsang is from which background you see or you don't see. That's what you are. And you cannot objectify it, because if you objectify it, it's mind or feelings or whatever. Hmm? Don't worry.
I mean, when I observe my thoughts, my feelings, I do it probably with my mind. What is so bad about the mind? Why do I need the split second? Why do I need...
Oh, it's not an imposition. It's only if you yourself are fed up with the mind. Otherwise, surely.
Okay, I understand.
Okay.
Because I think my mind is very powerful. With my mind, I can get more freedom. I can, by observing
In
my
the
thoughts,
world.
my
In the
feelings,
world.
and by discovering more and more the concepts, the programs that run within me, I get more and more free, and I can live a very good life, a very
Okay.
happy life, and reduce suffering.
No doubt.
So, what is so great about this split second? That is a concept that...
It's only to those mad people who are not satisfied with a great life. That's all. You cannot help. It comes to you. You didn't ask for, but they also have the luck to have a way to be freed from that. So,
Okay.
Satsang is for them. And I was included in that, so I know very well that happily we have a place to hear how to be freed from that.
Okay. Thank you.
So I wish you the best.
I mean, I would like to know who of you experienced this or doesn't or experienced this split second to be the ocean without your mind. I mean, who? Okay, 1, 2, maybe 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it's getting more and more.
And it's
Okay.
funny to say because it looks like a bit fun, but it exists.
Okay.
So you can include that in your concept. It also exists. Some mad people on this planet who pretend they are free. What to do?
Well, I just don't know. I never thought somebody's mad, but I just don't know. So that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, no, but we can laugh also. No, I understand, sure. Sure, I mean, it's a language which fits only if you have that search, otherwise it's very strange. I agree. For example, there is a symbol of one who had the best life, it was Buddha. He was smart, he had a beautiful wife, just a son, he was rich, he was a king, imagine, and he left the palace. What happened to him? What's going on? Because for him, for example, that suddenly was not enough. He could fulfill everything, it was not enough. There was a warm in his heart, which was troubling. Yeah. So those also exist.
And Buddha started to observe himself.
No, he looked first out for the first time. He went, as the legend is, went out in the world because he was enclosed in his palace, and then he saw, you must know better, but he saw a sick man, an old man, a dying man, and he was wondering, oh, so much suffering. What's all that? Like this, he investigated the human being, then is born, looks happy, and then he decays, and then he dies. What's the meaning of life? And all this started to poison his mind. So he searched to be relieved from it. And he met a few indications which helped him.
And when I just said, why would I need this split second?
Yeah.
I didn't mean that superficial life is desirable,
Yeah.
like Buddha did before.
Yeah,
I said I use my mind to observe myself,
Yeah.
to evolve
Understand.
spiritually, emotionally,
Yeah.
whatever.
yeah,
And maybe it's just because this split second I am whatever. This is, sounds for me like a concept
yes.
because it is described by words.
Yes,
And
it is, you are right.
and when I'm asking how I get there, there's basically no answer. You cannot use tools. Okay.
Right.
So people say there's something existing, and you cannot understand it. You have to feel it, but I cannot tell you how.
No, you cannot feel it.
You have to experience it,
Yeah.
but I cannot tell you how to get there. So this is like really okay.
Yeah, when you say okay, there is a surrender then, a giving up. Yeah. Okay. Where are you left then? When there is the giving up, where are you left?
Yeah, then it's peace. if you not look anymore, if everything is fine, yeah, if you don't search for, then everything is fine. And yeah, and I ask myself if I need the I am, whatever, this concept to get there.
No, you don't need.
Yeah.
This is better than I am.
Oh. Okay.
I just give value to that.
Sorry?
I just give value to that.
Okay.
Amber, are you meditating?
I was looking at what kind of beliefs are, because I see that something try to.
It's better, you know, that you just roar. Wow! That is whenever, wherever. I see when you laugh, but a real laugh, when you roar. The mind is not there. If you try, forget it. That's why it is sudden. It will not work with a work on it. enough! Things like that. Then keep quiet a split second. Don't catch the other thought immediately after, because they will come. Then you know, oh, then after doesn't matter. Okay? Better, don't sit meditating. Especially you.
Ganga, what is the benefit of investigating I'm not this, I'm not that? Because I feel like the only moments was, yeah, they're not on my terms. It happens really randomly. It's when I order a coffee or when I don't know. When I have a split second, it's not because I investigate.
Then why you ask?
There is this, why I ask. My previous mentor said to me that this can be
While taking a coffee.
no, he said that this can be a permanent experience and I have to work for it.
It's not my language, so I don't know. It's not my language. Maybe it's right for you, but I would not speak like that. You cannot always roar. You see, you ask me not to roar. No, I'm too cool. I'm okay, I will not roar. But at some moment, suddenly you have that guts. It's sudden. What work for it? It's sudden. When you work for it, you will have an accomplishment eventually successfully. Garbage.
Yeah, I broke my head after this. I tried so hard, nothing worked.
Yes. But probably, I don't deny, you need sometimes years of practices and trying, because you cannot take it, simply you cannot take it, that it's just now and suddenly you are available if you like. That's why the mind creates a delay if it feels not ripe and all these inventions, because it will not be there. Don't forget, you are slave, and slave by the mind is the king. So it doesn't want to go out of that throne, I tell you, if you try hard. That takes time, but once you broke your head, you had enough. You saw the results of your tremendous serious efforts and whatnot. Then it means something.
Why did you say to not meditate?
If you have a natural meditation, means you have enough for now and you just sit quiet and without questioning anything, and without being there even. This is beautiful. But when you meditate, generally, it's a fight or it's a goal and you go for it and you have a practice and so on. And that feeds the mind. That feeds somebody having a mind. And it will not, the freedom of enlightenment or that will not be obvious there. Of course, you will have natural meditation when you are freed, because you like it too. But it's not an effort, or it's not because of a belief. You know. It's just natural. Yeah.
Ganga, could one way of saying it to be more open and open and open and open? I'm thinking about the birds. I hear the birds, and quite often here they come in really deeply, and I really hear them.
Yeah, you're a musician, huh?
Yeah, they are too. Yeah.
This is a Sangha, huh?
Yeah. But I feel being here brings that to me. I mean, I'm getting more and more open, more and more open.
Yeah, but are you more interested to be more and more open in the world or to the world? Or are you more interested in being freed, whatever consequences will be there? There is no imposition, you just see for yourself what do you really want or love to experience. If it is the way you say about birds and all that, which I understand and appreciate myself, then go on opening. It will be endless.
So it is not the same.
It is not the same.
Yeah.
When I hear a bird, you see, I love the song, no doubt, for example, but I also love that is exactly the same as I am. And then what an amazing manifestation. Mm-hmm. When I look at my dog, I love his shape and all, it is funny and whatnot. But when I look at him, you see, he's exactly the same as I am. Is there a dog there? Is there a bird there? It can be also like that.
And would that be like hearing the bird or seeing the dog? It's so difficult to say it.
Try.
Is that an expression of
Everything
what it is about?
Everything is an expression, even when the song is wrong.
Yeah. What I want to, it's a really tricky question, I'm afraid. It's this, when I hear the bird so immensely inside, am I getting closer
No,
to?
no,
I was afraid you
no.
would say.
I was relishing to hear it. So yeah. Doesn't matter, but it's like that.
So what do I do with the bird?
Listen, enjoy it when it goes. Enjoy it. Did you lose anything?
So is it more about the so how to say, when it's finished, that I just move on?
No, you stay where you are.
Yeah.
And where you always have been while listening.
Yeah.
So, enough.
It's something, Ganga.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know if it's a question that maybe if you can clarify.
I will see.
Yeah. You know, you describe this, you say split second.
Hmm.
And I understand what you point to is not in time. It's not even a split second.
Yeah.
It's not a process. It's not.
Yeah.
And you can't call it a seeing or a recognition of it. The words don't work.
Yeah.
And the next split second, the mind comes in and says, ah, I had a split second.
Yeah. You don't look at it. You don't hear it. You ignore it. Otherwise, you will have only glimpses.
This was the question.
Thank you very much.